Okay, this is a light body reading for the week ahead. And it was recommended to me today to just go over the 5D light body so people understand what that is. Obviously, if you're in the academy and you're new, this will be new information. If you've been there, in there a long time, this is going to be old news too. Okay. So again, I'm taking this from the Aura of God. I got a new publisher, and these books are super nice. There's a matte cover. Pages are nice. This is the hardcover. So just in case this was what interests you. So the 5D energy system, I'm just going to read some of this so you guys understand. What we're looking at here is we have the auric field. The 7 layers of the auric field stay the same. The frequency rises. Okay, so what happens when you move into the 5D system is everything essentially is the same purpose, the same function, only at an elevated frequency. Okay, so you're still going to be working with the third eye and the sixth chakra, the throat and the fifth chakra, so on, grounding in the root, but it's all a higher frequency. So the energies start harmonizing throughout the entire system. And so the frequencies drop down. So where the soul star was, at the 4D level, that actually moves into the heart. So you move into soul embodiment in the 5D system, okay? And that is the huge shift. The aqua heart activates there, and then the emerald heart you actually anchor into in the earth star, okay? So that's the huge shift. There's a harmonization of all the energies, a raising of the frequency, and then everything starts funneling down so you can get soul embodiment. So the soul is actually inhabiting the body instead of sitting above it, projecting your reality. You're actually creating from that soul self, okay? 60 or higher, the higher self, which is at the 60 level, doesn't move into embodiment until you're in the 6th density. And that's when the 6th density heart field activates, and then you embody your higher self. Okay, so that's a quick overview there. You begin grounding into the 5D grid and core, harmonization of higher frequencies in the lower chakra centers. Chakra frequencies of the reversal fields drop out. So the lower 3 chakras that are harmonizing with the inversion and the reversal fields, those completely drop out, those frequency ranges. So you no longer anchor into that at all. So you're only moving with source, true source energy. 5D core of earth is the grounding frequency. So instead of grounding into the 3D iron core, you're now grounding into the 5D crystalline core. And it stabilizes at 1,000 to 3,000 kilohertz after the 12D light body has been activated. 12D light body activates the time-space portal between this earth and the ascended earth, allowing you to channel those energies and to move onto that timeline. Okay, that is the big shift there. So here we have the 5D energy system at 1,000 kilohertz with the 12D light body activated, threefold aqua heart activated. Here, the threefold aqua heart is the activation of the cosmic heart, the heart of humanity, and the heart of Gaia, and that is that alignment with the time-space portal to the ascended earth, and that allows you to harmonize with the Mother Ark, Universal Mothers Collective, as well as the high heart of unconditional love, okay, and that keeps you stable in the 5D system. The 12D light body is the primary phase of activating the rainbow body, okay. Then we have the 5D energy system at 2,500 kilohertz, and this is the Merkaba potentiality is activated in them. With the aqua heart, we see the aqua heart here, and the Merkaba activated. This is Christ consciousness, the Ascension star. Okay, so this is the 24-point star of Christos Ascension that is activated. It's activated as a potentiality at 2,500 kilohertz, and then as you elevate, once you get to 70, you can activate this fully. Okay, and that's a phase between 60 and 80, obviously, but it stabilizes your energies while you move into the full activation of the rainbow body. So this is all happening at the 5D level once we get in there. Okay, let's see here. I wanted to go into the obstacles and challenges and then the benefits, and then we'll close this out. And I'm just reading from the book, which you can get and have at your hands at any point. All right, obstacles and challenge. You're able to harmonize with the frequencies of Source God, but still live in duality with dramatic dark light polarity. So there still is going to be, at the 5D level, there's still going to be polarity. There's still going to be intense emotions, intense feelings, and you will still have a lot of blocks and distortions in your field. A lot better than 3D, 4D. All of your blocks don't dissolve until you get to 8D, but 8D you're able to move into and out of all these light bodies, into and out of all these densities. And when you do that, you can actually accumulate or collect blocks in all of the bodies, because you will be running all of them simultaneously. So it is a pretty large responsibility to move into 8D, especially if you're still embodied and in body on the planet. But you get there when you get there. Okay, so at the 5D level, it's a higher frequency. It's a very large shift from the 3D, 4D. You can tune into this feeling of peace, inner joy, and lightness, because you're grounding into a different core. Universal and cosmic principles make sense and are a driving factor in life. So you're able to understand cosmic law, and even if it's not an intellectual understanding, it begins activating within your cellular structure, within your DNA, and you start resonating with those realities and concepts much easier. Your higher purpose, path, and destiny are activated. There's a considerable realignment phase moving into the highest timeline. So at the 5th density level, you activate your galactic timeline, align with galactic time, and you have a higher frequency destiny that comes into play. And so the same that happens 3D to 4D, where things start crumbling and you have a realignment phase, same thing happens at 5D. So relationships, careers, life paths, resonance, that will all change, okay, once you move into 5D. You have access to cosmic energies, intelligence, and knowledge, but can still be pulled into inverted realities through the reversal fields. So at the 5D level, you can still easily move on to a 3D timeline if you are not maintaining the work and stabilizing your fields, okay? The reversal fields have been released, but there's a lot of people and collectives that are moving there. So we saw huge shifts this last week with timelines and avoiding lower timelines, etc. So this should be a lot easier for people to stay in flow with Source at this point. Higher purpose and path will begin to be revealed, but can still be tempted by separation, ego, and lower desires until all resonance to the 3D reality are dissolved. Higher love and unconditional love can be felt and aligned with fluently due to this purity of feeling and intentional alignment. One can feel somewhat isolated in these frequencies, as most individuals do not resonate at this level. So there can be a slight feeling of isolation, especially as you're acclimating and things are falling away and rebuilding with a new reality. Okay, the ability to fully access divine co-creative reality with challenges around integrity and divine alignment due to the collective reversal field energy. So you're able to access divine co-creative reality, but if there is any distortions in your integrity, actions, manipulation, dishonesty, those types of things, you can easily flow back into 3D. So 5D takes a lot of stabilization, self-discipline, and alignment. There is a push-pull between the collective inverted reality and the higher divine path. Frequency ranges are more potent and powerful and require much greater control of mental and emotional energies. So at this level, you should be quite a bit more healed than you were at the 3D, 4D level, but the reactions and responses from mental and emotional chaos or distortions are going to be larger because you're holding a higher frequency, and that continues as your frequency rises. You'll be more influential in the cosmic landscape and the cosmic field and the universal unified field. Okay, I'm going to skip some of this. Emotions. Let's look at physical health. So in general, it's vital with the ability to shift, heal, and harmonize any dis-ease if needed. If there's trauma that incurred or is held within a higher density light body, the individual will need to elevate into those frequencies and activate those light bodies to gain access to the block's traumas so that they can be fully healed physically. So, for instance, if you incurred some sort of trauma at the 6D level and it activated some sort of disease in the physical body, you have to re-elevate to the 6D level to actually heal that. And then once you're there, then you can confront it and heal it. But if you're at 3D, 4D level, you don't have access to that information or that trauma. So you have to get there first. Emotional state will begin to be understood objectively and compassionately. One will begin to be able to see their emotions from a dispassionate perspective. This allows one to become the witness of their own and others' drama instead of the creator of it. So we are much more aware at the 5D level of the role emotions play in the creation of our reality, and we can see our emotion and other people's emotions dispassionately from a place of the witness, so that we don't get sucked into chaotic emotions. We can feel them if we need to, but it is from a space of understanding and compassion and not a place of reaction. Okay. Benefits of elevating into the 5D. Let's see. Frequencies of the lower 3 chakras and reversal fields drop out. The pull towards the reversal fields and inverted source God energy are lessened or are completely dissolved. The upgraded chakra system is activated, bringing in a deeper harmonic to source God and higher frequency energy centers and the auric field. The aqua heart is activated, which harmonizes the soul's essence into the heart space. The galactic blueprint is activated, which is the highest timeline for this incarnation based on a divine blueprint and highest spiritual path. One grounds into the 5D grid and core, which aligns one with the organic universe and ascended earth frequencies. The physical body grounds into a higher frequency core and is thus able to hold and channel higher frequency energies without going through the death and rebirth cycle. The body feels lighter and one can feel higher harmonics flowing through them. There's a resonance in harmonic with divine will, which eventually places ego will in the drive to create. It replaces ego will. This divine will is organically aligned with cosmic energies and the highest potentiality. The stellar, universal, and cosmic energies can begin to integrate with the physical vessel, allowing for embodiment of cosmic intelligence. Advanced abilities in quantum realities are a normal expression and experience. During the transition between 4D and 5D, most false structures will dissolve. Older relationships, careers, and any structure that does not resonate with a 5D reality will fall away. So that's both a benefit and a challenge there. So to move into the 5D, this is what's recommended, utilizing the Enzo Academy and OPL Quantum Healing. It is to continue the healing process by clearing blocks and distortions. When the frequency is around 300 kilohertz, the Merkana can be activated. Focus on processing emotional trauma, wounding, and programs and bring those to the surface. Become alert of thought processes, patterns, and beliefs that need to be purged. Continue with quantum healing work. Activate the diamond star light body. Begin attuning to the frequencies of the 5D grid and core through the Ascension Stargate transmission. At 600 kilohertz, one can do the Ascension Stargate activation, which will anchor one into the 5D grid and core. There's plenty of meditations to purify and harmonize the energy field, so you need to keep working on those. And a consistent daily spiritual practice of self-analysis, exploration, and harmonization. A shift of focus into higher love and the higher mind, as well as divine alignment and divine will. A complete release of ego-focused goals and ambitions. Okay, so that's, or of God, all those tools are in the Enzo Academy. And then I also have this book that I just finished, and this has a lot of the meditations that are in, the guided meditations that are in the Enzo Academy. And so it can be a cozy little book just to sit down and start attuning your energy if you're not sure you want to commit to the Academy, or you just want some ideas on meditations. This is a great book. And it goes through everything that we teach in the Academy for the most part, with the energy mastery, with your consciousness. So using guided meditations with visualizations, using the 7 rays, spiritual fire, and working with those concepts and ideas, as well as building the Merkanas and Merkabas in your field. So all those are in here. You don't need to be really advanced to do this. You can actually just sit down and read these and tune in and see how you feel. It's a great introduction into the Academy. Okay. So I wanted to go through all of that because there's a lot of people are going to be ready to make this move now. And so you guys understand there's tools available. You can also do it on your own. Plenty of people will be, but if you want the support, we are there for you. As far as the analysis goes, I'm recommending the first thing you can do, and besides getting one of these books to help with this integration process and understanding and learning, is to book an analysis with me. And I go through your field and we look at what's going on. This is not a judgment or a statement on your spiritual essence or presence. It is a a visual on what needs to clear so that you can move into soul and spirit embodiment. Okay, so what we look at is your soul presence, so we get a good idea of who you are at a soul level, what your higher self is doing, your resonance to these higher fields. And then we look at your energy field. And your energy field, all that is showing us is the dissonance and distortions that you are holding, that are keeping you from that pure harmonic to source, to your higher self, to your soul self. And then through the process, we clear all these, and then you begin aligning with that soul presence. You can live the highest timeline, highest path within this reality. So we're clearing all the programs, all the blocks, all the distortions, so that you then can live that highest timeline and highest path that you were meant to. Okay. And that was part of the challenge here. We have all these spiritual lessons we need to learn. So we help you to harmonize the field. You still have to learn those lessons. You still have to do the work. We are just there as a support system to harmonize and hold your field as you progress and evolve on the path. Okay, it just simplifies and makes everything a lot smoother, so you have a guide and a path to move into that. Okay, so anyways, I hope that was helpful, and we will see you next week.